Hi, Marilyn O'Malley here of MarilynO'Malley.com, professional and personal development coach to highly sensitive leaders and innovators. And today I want to go through with you how we are programmed to believe certain things in our lives, and then share with you how you can change those. And you can go on my blog and see some diagrams to help you visualize this at MarilynO'Malley.com. Just go to the blogs and look up limiting beliefs, and this will help. And this is so you can start to choose things in your life that add to your life rather than feeling stuck and limited by your current reality. And you're going to find out what creates your current reality in this talk. And I'm going to share what is the conscious mind, what is the subconscious mind, how it works, and how we can reprogram that. So let's get started. So first I want you to imagine that when you are being created in your mother's womb, that you are pure desire and potential. And then when you're born into the world, you are that pure desire and potential. And the desire meaning that you've come in to create whatever it is that is within your soul that you're here to experience and that will add to your life. So thinking about that. Now yes, you can come in with past karma, you can come in with things handed down through generations, through your mother, and different things, or even past lives. There can be stuff that you bring from the past lives into this life. Now, whether you believe in any of that or not is up to you, and but I will continue talking now about after you're born. So after you're born and you come into the world, you're between the ages of birth and somewhere between 7 and 9 years old, or before 7 to 9 years old, you do not have a consciousness. You are just subconscious. And so everything that is around you, that is in your environment, that you are experiencing, that you are told, your culture, your religion, your parents, your family, education, friends, storytelling, media, the visuals that you see, the environments that you're in, the beliefs that all those people and all those environments hold around you, you're just taking in. So if you think like you're an empty cup, an empty vessel, and it's just like you are just pulling in whatever it is that you have attention on in your life. There is no critical filter. You're not saying this is right, this is wrong, that's good, that's bad, this serves me, this doesn't. And so there's nothing where there's no consciousness. Your consciousness has not developed yet. And that develops somewhere between 7 and 9 years old. So, and we use this knowledge, right, that's all coming in to be accepted into our tribe, into our family, into our religious culture, or our culture that we're in, or our religious paradigms, etc. Where we create memories from that. We create beliefs from that. From all these external influences, we're creating memories and beliefs, and our desire in the beginning is to survive, to be part of the family, to conform to whatever the family needs from me, what I'm determining, what they're telling me, and the culture, in order to feel safe and secure and loved. Or at least taken care of, if not loved, right? So it's survival instinct, right? So we have all this information that's come in. And then now between 7 and 9 years old, now our consciousness starts to come in. And our consciousness is, so now we can reject something or accept something. We can, and our conscious mind is our mental mind. So it's how we're experiencing the world in this moment. What we see, hear, smell, taste, touch are outside influences. So all of that we're aware of, right? That we are mentally aware of. And we can choose to accept it, reject it, or create. This is also where our creative mind is, where we're creating. So this is our state of awareness, how aware we are of what's going on, our self-awareness, what's going on with us, what are we feeling, how are we reacting. This is, we get triggered by something, we are in awe of something. This is our rational mind. This is where we plan things. This is our willingness, our willpower, our willingness to do something. This is where we choose. This is where our dreams and our desires originate. This is where we make all our decisions, and this is where our reasoning is. Now, our conscious mind is much less powerful than our subconscious mind. So what happens, right? Our subconscious, so we receive all this information as a child, and then as we're growing up and we start to, we have this consciousness which we're choosing things, but our foundation is what our parents told us, is what society told us, it's what the media told us, it's what our friends told us. It's all the beliefs, and we're putting all that together, and we're creating all these different perspectives and ways of seeing the world. And what happens then, right, is we're building on something that is not us to start with. We're building on other people's beliefs and values and emotions that aren't us, but we're now accepting those as us. So let's learn what the subconscious mind is, right? So the subconscious mind is your emotional mind. This is where your beliefs are. This is your blueprint of your past conditioning, right? Because you grew up, everything that you're believing that is you and your environment is now, that is blueprinted in your subconscious mind. And that blueprint creates your paradigm, how you see the world, how you see you, all the things that you believe. Right? So this runs your life and it runs your body. You don't have to do anything. This is the part of you, your subconscious mind is the part of you that is driving the car while you're thinking or designing something or thinking about a conversation that you had with somebody from one point to the next point, and you arrive there and you go, oh my God, how did I get here? I don't even remember making a turn and getting on the highway and getting off the highway. That's your subconscious mind, because it's done it so often and it knows how to run things. You don't have to think about it. This is where your wisdom is, all your memories. This is your memory banks for everything stored here. This is where your habits are. This controls your results that you get, right? So if you're programmed as a child and you're still living those beliefs and habits and holding those memories and emotions as a child, that's what's running your life now. And that's not you. And that's a lot of times why you won't feel like you're expressing who you are, or you don't feel authentic, or you feel like you're a fraud, or you're living somebody else's life and not yours, or you feel stuck and you don't know how to get out. It's the reason, because this is a loop. This is, and the subconscious mind does not like to change. You can't reject anything that's in the subconscious mind. You have to reprogram it. You cannot say, nah, I don't want that. No, it's programmed. You got to think, it's the hard drive of your computer. And the software that's in it, it's programmed, and you need new software in order to, or a bigger hard drive in order to change it, right? So this is where your intuition comes in, and this is where you carry out programs, whether they're beneficial or not. Again, it is going to do what your subconscious mind is telling your body and your brain to do. You cannot stop it. And once it accepts an idea, it starts to execute it. So it's just like the program's in, you can't stop it until you reprogram it. It knows the answers of all problems, and it is excellent, the best healing power in the universe. Your body knows how to heal itself naturally. It likes the path of least resistance. It wants things to stay the same. It likes to repeat patterns, routines. It resists change. This is why it's not easy to change. Its physical manifestations are stored here. It processes 100 million messages per second, where I think the conscious mind is like 2,000. So it's a lot faster, it's working for you, and your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and make-believe. And here's the thing, to shape your future, you have to be willing to change your paradigm. That means you have to be willing to change your subconscious mind. You have to change the programming, change the beliefs. So between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is like a filter. And this filter is there to keep, it's like a survival mechanism. And it's a gatekeeper. And it's basically to keep things the same. So the body, your subconscious mind beats your heart, works all your hormones, it's again always working to keep your body healthy and move you into a healthy state. And it's working on the programs that have been programmed in it. So this gatekeeper, this filter, gets approval from the subconscious mind to let in new ideas. This is why you need to be persistent, consciously thinking and experiencing, and this is where being creative and using your imagination, the imagination gets into that emotional subconscious mind. It starts seeing pictures and feelings. It feels. That's where it's. That's why you want to have lots of emotions. That's why you want to experience things as if they're already being experienced. And being consistent and persistent, then now that filter the subconscious mind will go, wow, she or he really wants this experience, and it's getting the programming is getting in where it finally will drop it in, and now all of a sudden that will be part of your new programming. So this filter prevents ideas from forming, so you don't have to make new decisions. So it likes to keep things simple. But with science and now in brain studies, we can see that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. It used to be that we thought what you were born with, you were stuck with. And that's not true anymore. So, and this is what I do with clients all the time, is we're reprogramming that, what they believe about themselves, what they believe about the world, and start adding in and putting in there that the programming is adding in all the things that support you and being the best you and adding to your life. What do you want to add to your life? So the gatekeeper is between what happens outside the world and what is happening inside with you. And it must be passed through that gatekeeper in order to create changes and so you can get new results. So, on my blog, if you go to MarilynO'Malley.com and Limiting Beliefs, look at the latest February 3rd, 2019, there's a blog and there that has a list of beliefs, limiting beliefs that you can go through and mark down what beliefs you resonate with. And then I want you to, because it's good to see what's the old operating program, right? It's like on your computer, when you want your computer to do something, you're aware that it's not doing something. And so then you either create it, or somebody creates a new addition, update to it so that it can do that, and then you download that, right? And then now your computer can do that. It's the same thing here. Let's recognize some of your deeply hidden vows. There's lots of vows that are very deeply hidden that you can't see. And that's a lot of times why people hire a coach who does work with these, that can see and know what the deeply hidden beliefs are that people have, that you wouldn't even realize that you have. So I've written down a fairly substantial list. It's not all of the list. I have huge lists, but that you can go through and highlight. I copy and print it out, and then highlight the ones that you're resonating with right now. And there's probably some on there that you don't realize, right? But maybe through noticing the others and starting to work on the ones that you are able to see, that you can will open the door so that you can see the deeper ones that even go deeper than that. And then what I want you to do is write out what will add to your life. So if, for example, if the world is not safe, you feel that you believe that the world's not safe, and so you do everything in order to protect yourself, and you're living in fear. So it might be that the I am safe in the world, and or finding and going and finding out ways that the world is safer today than it's ever been, even though we have more information coming into us telling us everything that is happening that so that it appears that it is not safe. So another would be that I'm not enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not slim enough. I'm not blah, 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 blah. So you to write, I am enough. And to start, then you are going to start imagining your life being enough. And so when you write down the opposites, and you're not going to do all of them at the same time, pick out the ones that are the ones that really matter to you right now. Just pick out one or two, and then you start imagining yourself with this belief and how it adds to your life and what it is, so that you are living the experiences, growing in the way that you want to, being around people that add to your life and add to your experiences in life, so that now that imagination and the energy, how would you feel? How are you going to feel? What's the result of having these new beliefs? What does that create? Is there more peace in your life? Do you feel safe? Do you feel supported? Do you feel loved? Do you feel happy? Do you feel joy? Do you feel bliss? Do you feel alive, turned on? Whatever it is to you. And then start embodying that energy. And do it daily. Do it before you get out of bed, and do it before you go to sleep. And as you do this, right, what I explained, and if you go to that blog that I'm talking about, you'll be able to, that relates to this video, you'll see some pictures and you'll understand, oh, this is my conscious mind is creating this, and now I have to keep that conscious mind. So you're becoming more conscious and more aware for longer periods, not going unconscious and letting the subconscious rule again. You're having to hold this new consciousness, this new way of being, this new way of feeling for longer periods of time, and creating new habits that support that, new feelings that support that, new visualizations that support that. And it will now, it's giving information to the filter and telling the filter, okay, let me in, let me in, let me in. And subconscious is like, okay, she wants new programming, or he wants new programming. And so it's like all of a sudden it'll seep in, and you'll start to then see that desire, that experience, that want, that those feelings that you want it to start showing up in your life, that you're seeing them. It's like all of a sudden, like there's a poof, because now your subconscious is working for you without you having to work it, and it's showing you, it's creating that new reality. So if you start think of your beliefs, think of them and your habits as like filters on a camera. And so camera lens, and so you're looking through it, and you might have a fuzzy one. This is why you might be confused, why you only are seeing the what you don't want instead of what you do want in the world. You have these different filters on, and it doesn't give you a clear vision, and you can't see your clear path because you're letting that child's subconscious mind rule your adult world, and you're wanting different things consciously as an adult, but you're not programming. You're holding them, and then you're letting go. You're like, I want this, but it's for a short period of time. You're not in it, and you're not emotionally and visually and with all your senses, with that conscious mind being super creative, creating it and doing it consistently and persistently, like for a month, so that it will reprogram that subconscious mind. Now you know why you've got to do the things you want to do. So if you want new results in your world, if you have to realize that right here, right now, what you're experiencing consciously is creating the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. So your awareness of what do I want to create, how do I want to feel, what would add to my life, and you're in that, like, I got it. I see that picture, I feel it, right? Because the subconscious, reminder again, subconscious is emotional. It wants emotions behind it. If you're just thinking it and there is no emotions, you're not giving the message into the filter, and the subconscious mind isn't feeling it. So you're not waking it up. And remember, it doesn't want to change, so you've really got to impact that. And again, it's not that hard. It's just like daydreaming, like you're already there. And it's feeling that in the body, and so this is why knowing what you want to add to your life, what experiences you want to experience, what kind of people you want in your life, what kind of relationships in your life, how do you want to love and care for yourself, what abundance do you want in your life, how do you want to see the world safe and abundant and supported, and having amazing connections and feeling turned on to all of the things that you desire. You can have all of those. You can have them. And that's the thing, is like you have to switch, because you have a belief that's limiting you, that's saying, no, you can't, or you have to work super hard, or you have to sacrifice yourself, or there isn't enough. If you take something, then you're taking something from somebody else. And that just isn't the truth. That isn't the truth. So let's find out what can be true for you and where you want to go, and let's start shifting some of these. And if you want any help, reach out to me at MarilynO'Malley.com. On there is my phone number, my email address, and just give me a call and set up. If you want, we can do, I give complimentary discovery sessions. So let's talk about what's going on. Let me help you, show you what's possible, and so you can start living the life that you're here to live, and creating the things that you're here in the world to create and lead. And I would also, because most of you that watch me are highly sensitives, so I want you also, what are your beliefs around being highly sensitive, right? That you, so there's a lot of stuff around that that gets in your way and keeps you from being out there in the world doing what you're really here to do and express. So until we meet again, live, love, and matter. Marilyn O'Malley. Bye.